Well, ever wondered how to grill the perfect steak? It's a question that has prompted many a backyard barbecue goer to scratch their head in wonder. The struggle is real, but the solution is surprisingly simple. Today, we're peeling back the layers on the art of grilling steak, providing you with a step-by-step guide that will have your taste buds dancing with delight. So, are you ready to learn the secret to a perfect steak? Stick around and you'll become a grill master in no time. Step 1 begins at your butcher's shop. This is where the magic starts. Selecting the right cut of meat is the cornerstone of a perfect steak. It all hinges on your choice here. The cut you select will not only impact the flavor, but also the texture and juiciness of your steak. Let's talk about a few popular choices. The ribeye, loved for its rich, beefy flavor, is marbled with fat, making it incredibly tender and juicy when grilled. The filet mignon, though less flavorful, is prized for its buttery texture. If you're after a balance of flavor and tenderness, then the T-bone or porterhouse might be your best bet. These cuts have both the flavorful strip and the tender fillet. The sirloin offers an excellent blend of flavor and texture, while the lean and budget-friendly flank steak provides a meaty taste that's perfect for marinating. Remember, a great steak starts with a great cut. Choose wisely. Now that you've got your perfect cut, it's time to prep your steak. The first step in that process is patting your steak dry. This step is crucial, and here's why. Moisture is the enemy of a good sear. It creates steam, preventing the steak from browning properly. So grab some kitchen paper and pat that steak dry. It's a simple step, but it goes a long way in making the difference between a steak that's merely good and one that's truly great. Next, we move on to seasoning. This is where the magic really happens. It's a personal journey, open to interpretation. Some people swear by the simplicity of salt and pepper, while others prefer to mix it up with a blend of spices. The key here is balance. Don't be shy with your seasoning. A good steak can handle it. Salt your steak generously. It'll help to create that beautiful crust we're all after. Then add your pepper or other spices. Remember, this is your masterpiece, so feel free to experiment. Now let's talk about temperature. It's important to let your steak come to room temperature before you start grilling. This can take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the size of your steak. The reason we do this is to ensure even cooking. A cold steak can cook unevenly, giving you a well-done exterior and a raw middle. By letting it come to room temperature, you're setting yourself up for success and a perfectly cooked steak. Finally, a quick tip before we move on. If you're using a marinade, make sure to wipe off any excess before grilling. This will prevent flare-ups and charring, which can give your steak a bitter taste. The preparation stage is all about setting the foundation for a magnificent steak. It's not just about the grilling, it's the love and attention you put in before the steak hits the heat. Remember, the key to a fantastic steak lies in the details. Properly prepped steak will ensure you get that beautiful sear and juicy interior we all crave. With your steak prepped, it's time to turn up the heat. Now, setting up the grill is like setting the stage for a grand performance. Your steak, the star of the show, deserves the best stage. And that begins with preheating your grill. Much like preheating an oven, this step ensures a consistent temperature, crucial for that even, beautiful sear we all love. Next, we'll need to clean the grates. A clean grill prevents your steak from sticking and picking up any unwanted flavors. A simple scrub with a wire brush will do the trick. Remember, cleanliness is next to deliciousness. Now, onto temperature. For a steak, a high heat is essential. We're talking around 450 to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. This high temperature creates that delightful crust, locking in the juices for that perfect, tender bite. A clean, hot grill is the canvas for your steak masterpiece. Now, the moment of truth. It's time to grill. Grilling is an art, a dance of heat and meat, and knowing when to make your move is crucial. But fear not, with these steps you'll be a maestro at the grill in no time. First, you want to place your steak on the grill at an angle, aiming for those aesthetically pleasing grill marks. Keep the lid open and resist the urge to move or poke the steak. Let the grill do its job. After about 3 to 4 minutes, depending on the thickness of your steak, it's time for the first flip. Use tongs, not a fork, to avoid puncturing the steak and losing those precious juices. Turn the steak 90 degrees for cross-hatched grill marks, a small touch that adds a professional finish. While the steak is cooking, let's discuss doneness. Here's where the art really comes in. You could use a meat thermometer, but we're going to teach you a more intuitive method. Simply press the center of the steak with your tongs. If it feels soft and squishy, it's rare. If it's slightly springy, it's medium. And if it's firm, it's well done. If you're aiming for a medium rare steak, you'll want to remove it from the grill when it's still at the rare stage. Why, you ask? Because of something called carryover cooking. Even after you remove the steak from the grill, the residual heat continues to cook the steak, raising its internal temperature by about 5 degrees. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, let your steak rest. This is not a suggestion, it's a command. Resting allows the juices to redistribute throughout the steak, leading to a moister, more flavorful bite. Give it at least 5 minutes, but for a thick cut, 10 minutes is better. And there you have it. The art of grilling, laid bare for your culinary conquest. Remember, patience is key. Like any good thing, a perfect steak takes time. And there you have it, the secrets to grilling the perfect steak. We've embarked on quite a culinary journey together today, haven't we? From our humble beginnings in the butcher's aisle to the tantalizing sizzle of the grill, we've unraveled the mysteries of crafting the perfect steak. Let's take a moment to reflect on the key steps we've learned along the way. Firstly, we explored the art of selecting the right cut. We discovered that marbling is more than just an aesthetic choice, it's a promise of a rich, flavoursome steak. We learned to look for a cut that's at least 1.5 inches thick, ensuring that our steak has the perfect balance of seared exterior and juicy interior. Next, we dived into the world of steak preparation. We found out that seasoning a steak is a delicate balance, a dance of flavors, if you will, with salt and pepper taking center stage. We also learned that a well-rested steak is a juicy steak, and that patience truly is a virtue when it comes to letting our seasoned steak rest before grilling. Setting up the grill was our next adventure. We discovered that grilling is as much about heat management as it is about cooking. We learned the importance of a 2-zone setup, providing us with a hot side for searing and a cooler side for gently cooking our steak to perfection. Finally, we experienced the thrill of grilling. We learned the secrets of mastering the perfect sear, the importance of flipping our steak only once, and the delicate art of knowing when our steak is cooked just right. So there you have it. The journey from butcher's block to dining table isn't as daunting as it first appears, is it? It's all about understanding the process, taking your time, and most importantly, enjoying the experience. So go ahead, fire up your grill and impress your friends with your newfound grilling skills. Until next time, happy grilling!